I highly recommend that you throw your life away, that you start from scratch, that you reconsider everything, that you almost like consciously throw yourself into an existential crisis. Why? And why that's benefiting your self-realization and how it's progressing you towards your path of self-realization. That's what I'm gonna explain in this video. Hey, I'm Virgo and this is Psychedelic Actualization. I love to help people integrate their psychedelic experiences so they can live a life aligned with who they truly are. If you're curious about joining us on our journey towards psychedelic actualization, utilizing psychedelic experiences for your own growth, then you can join our community, the Psychedelic Actualization community. Or you can download the free guide, 5 steps to integrate and embody your psychedelic insights in day-to-day life. That's a free book that I want to give to you. So I have been scratching everything because I noticed a certain sense of a trap almost, of a way of approaching life. So I feel like there's 2 ways on how you could approach life. Simplified. One is full surrender and fully letting go. Letting go of everything in every moment and just being open to receive what is emerging spontaneously from moment to moment. And that is not the path I have chosen for myself at this period in my life, because I have chosen a path of creating a vision and actually making a plan and following through on a path that I have kind of created and set for myself. Ideals I have set for myself, goals I have set for myself. And then obviously there's going to be an element of surrender and letting go into that as well, but there is a little bit more of a structure, a little bit more of a container for my experience and for the path I chose to go in, kind of having that North Star, the vision, the life purpose, what I help my clients with, defining core values and then staying true to those and filtering every decision through those values. That's kind of, I saw huge value in this and kind of chose to go down that path. But I've noticed that even that has become a little bit of a trap. And the trap here is that you overly define yourself through your values and through your vision, and you let your vision and your purpose and your values and your relationships create a container for your life, and you stay in that container. But that container might be rusty, it might be outdated, there might be something in there that wants to move somewhere else, but you have kind of trapped yourself in that self-created container of your true authentic vision and your true authentic values that you might have created 8 years ago, and that you now kind of like leech onto, you hold onto them. Right? You're like attached almost to that identity that you have built, that self-concept, the perspective of yourself. It strengthened your ego a little bit to live with values, to build up a character, to have meaningful, purposeful work that you're doing, right? With the relationships you build, it can be as well like a solidifying concept of how things should be, of who you should be. And this is good, right? It's good to have this. It's like it's super powerful to move forward and to give your life a sense of direction and meaning and cultivate a sense of motivation and inspiration and actually progress you on your path of self-actualization and self-realization. To have that in mind. But I have found great value, almost like as a practice of psychedelic journeying itself. Like the psychedelic journey in and of itself like functions as a breaking of that pattern and reconsidering everything, but also then as an integration of a psychedelic experience and of psychedelic experiences in general, to actually reconsider and throw away everything mentally, internally, in your being, to start from scratch. So that's what I've been doing. After my last mushroom experience, I kind of recognized I was a little bit burnt out, I felt a little bit disaligned, dissatisfied, and so I kind of like took the jump, traveled to Madagascar, and I don't know, I'm here in nature and wildlife, experiencing and exploring, and kind of throwing away everything, saying like, okay, God, like, what's present right now? What am I called to do right now? Not what I've set myself out to do 7 years ago, even though I'm close to achieving that thing, but now I'm attached to getting there. But what's truly calling me right now? Is that still that thing? Or is it something else? So the practice is to throw everything out, to let go of everything, to scratch everything, to start from zero. And that process is very difficult because we as human beings, at least I can say for myself, we value security in our state of consciousness, in our identity, in our character. It supports us on living a functioning life. That security of everything we're building with our minds. But to break that apart consciously and reconsider every, I would say 3 to 5 years, that's a good kind of time frame, to build something and actually progress on your path and not just dabble into something, reconsider it, dabble into the next thing, not really master anything. That's not what I'm saying. That's not the solution to this either. But every 3 to 5 years, maybe 5 years is a good one. And it was for me like 7, 8 years. It was long overdue almost to scratch everything. Say like, I don't know. I don't know. Recognize you're not knowing and say like, I don't know anything about myself, about life, about my path, about my relationships, about what I truly want. Throw it all out. Throw your life away. Give it away. And that's scary. That's scary. That process of letting go, that tapping into that unknown space. Letting that security go because we don't know what's gonna come up. We don't know, right? If life is calling us to a different direction and we're like, whoa, I have invested 7, 8 years of my life into this career, into this relationship. I'm afraid that if I would let that go and reconsider it from scratch, if that's truly authentically aligned right now, if that would still be the case. And if not, then what would happen? I would have to have a difficult conversation. I would have an honest look at my life and my financial security and everything, right? And then also like what would happen next? I don't know what my other career path would be. What's calling me? What if I let go of my relationship? All of these fears are coming up because it's scary. Obviously it is. But what's the alternative? Because for me, it's like I was reconsidering and I was recognizing the value of truth, right? For me, my highest value, what I value most in life and in reality, over everything else, is truth. Truth with a capital T in the absolute sense, in the relative sense, honesty, authenticity, God, love, freedom, infinity, reality. I equal all those with truth. So I desire truth. I have a longing for truth. And if, the alternative would be ignorance, it would be devilry, it would be illusion, right? It would be a self-created decision to fall into self-deception and illusion, to serve the devil, to live out of alignment with my true authentic desires and with truth. And for me, that's not an option, right? So you got to consider for yourself if you value security and not having new experiences that are truly authentically aligned above truth and above what's actually calling you right now. What you actually value, what's actually most important for you right now. If it's that relationship or if it's jumping into the unknown, into another one. Making something work, same with the career, same with the place that you're living in. Right? All these are decisions, all that is a freedom for you to create and to choose your own life, your own path of self-actualization and self-realization, your own integration of your psychedelic experiences. And the psychedelics can assist you in that process of self-discovery and reconsideration and throwing everything away. And it requires a great strength. It requires courage. It requires trust. But I know that I can trust myself and I can trust life and I can trust God in this process of letting go to see what emerges. And maybe, and that's been similar now for me, what emerges is exactly what it has been before, maybe with some little twists and turns and adjustments. But I went through the process of actually letting it go, reconsidering it, and then if the exact same thing emerges again, wonderful, okay, continue on. But there's a newfound commitment, a newfound clarity, a newfound responsibility. If you want my help on your process of figuring that out, of making that jump, of really seeing clearly, seeing your life with clear eyes, with truth, with honesty, then you can book a free one-on-one consultation with me, and we can have a chat about working together to create and reconsider your vision for your life, your purpose, your values, what's important to you, who you truly are, and how you want to move forward with your life. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a wonderful one. It's a wonderful process that I can highly recommend. It's a scary one, but this is what growth is about. It's about jumping into this unknown. It's about truly, courageously looking at truth and then appreciating that, loving that, not looking away from that, from what is. Let all those structures go and rebuild them, or choose to go with full surrender. But it's a highly difficult path as well, which we're going to discuss in another video. I love you all, much love, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.